Nicole Baltes from Connected in Motion, and today I'm bringing you another short at-home workout. The workout today involves small hand weights. Now I'm using 3 pounds. I would suggest either 2 or 3, so we're going really light. If you don't have hand weights, that's fine too. This workout works completely fine without the weights. The goal is with the weights on a lot of the exercises is to actually help find deeper connections. There will be some exercises where there will be actual arm exercises where the weights will come in handy, but then a lot of the other exercises are specifically so that the weights can help you find that deeper connection into your center. All right, so we're gonna start standing on the mat. Nice and easy, we start with some roll downs. Now the weights are offering you a little extra pull down towards gravity, so then the lift of your abdominal muscles are going to work in opposition of that pull, gravity's pull and the weight's pull. So we bring the chin to the chest, round the spine, and really just let the arms hang freely like a rag doll. Now, especially if you're flexible in your hamstrings, you want to make sure that you don't just drop all the way down into it. So our goal is to lift up the abdominals and really let the arms hang. So we find those opposing movements. Stay here for a couple breaths. And as you exhale, feel like you push the weights down, but lift your abs up. Inhale, exhale, reach the weights down and lift the abs up. Now from here we go into a flat back, and you just keep those arms hanging. And then round your spine, and as you round your spine, I want you to try to reach the weights down further, but not by going down with the body, right? Flat back and round. Now here's the thing, you might be feeling a lot of work in your legs, as you should be. If you are not feeling the legs work, especially the hamstrings, most likely you're hanging out back here with the butt way back. So we want the pelvis forward, your weight is forward. Round your spine and flatten the back. Again, those arms are just dead, hanging around your spine. Now, after all that work, let's go all the way down. Let the knees bend a little bit. Release the hamstrings. And then straighten the knees. Start to round the spine. Let the arms just get picked up. Roll all the way back up to the top. We're going to take a similar movement to the side. So we start by bringing the left ear to the left shoulder, and then allow that arm with the weight to start leading you down. This should feel so good. Now on the way up, I want these ribs to start pulling down, kind of creating this ripple. And the other side, right ear, lead that weight down. And then these ribs start pulling you down to actually lift the other side up. Again, left ear, reach that left weight down, hang into it, and then roll up through the other side of the body. It's really similar to a roll down, right? You're finding articulation. So on the way up, make sure the ribs start first, those low ribs, then like the armpit, shoulder, neck, and head. Moving into a rag doll. So we start with that side bend. This is also excellent to do against the wall. If you want that feedback from the wall, come against the wall. Now, round forward, let this arm hang. So your other arm just hangs. You round through the middle. Again, we're not dropping all the way down. You come over to the other side, make sure the hips come forward, and then you ripple through the side body. Take that right ear over, roll down through the side, then you round, let that left shoulder and arm hang forward. Hang like a rag doll without totally dropping the whole chest. Over and ripple up. Let's do that one more time each side. Left ear, go through the side, then this right arm hangs in front of you. You round over. Remember, the abdominals are lifting up to help you support that rounded spine. Over and up. So we're just enjoying a nice, good spinal warm-up right now. Getting the spine to start moving in forward flexion and side bending. And now we're gonna get a little extension going on, and then we'll do some twisting. So we're gonna take the weights up to the ceiling. It's kind of like a lat pull. So we're gonna bend the elbows, pull down. Now as you go here, we're gonna actually take a lift of the chest so there's some extension through that upper back. And as you level out, just punch the weights up. And you take the chest up, pulling the shoulders down, and then return. Make sure your arms are slightly forward, so we don't want them to go back because our shoulder blades will wing out. So you pull, the chest is up, support your head. So if you start feeling like your head's hanging back, then that's a little too much neck extension. And then come back. Pull down through the upper body, lift the chest up, and then center. So working those back muscles here, the abs are helping to support you. And then you pull the abdominals in to stretch the back. One more time, pull down, and come up. And take the arms all the way down. So now getting into some rotation. Arms are hanging down by your side. We're gonna twist the spine and look over to your left side. Then reach the arms up to the ceiling from your sides. Twist all the way over to the left, or to the right, and then take the arms down. And repeat, you twist to the left, you bring the arms up through the sides, twist to the right, and then reach the arms down. We'll do that one more time and then reverse it. Twist, arms come up, twist, arms go down. Let's find center. Reverse, twist right, reach the arms up through the sides. Twist left, they come down. Twist right, they reach out and up. Twist left and down. One more. Twist, reach up, twist, reach down. Come back to the middle. Let's roll down. I always like to end with a symmetrical movement. We're gonna put the weights down on the floor, bring the hands to the mat, bring the knees to the mat, and take a seat. So the next few exercises are gonna be focused on using the weights to help connect you into your center and to help create a little bit more openness through the back of your body and connection of your shoulders into your back. So arms start down. Now we're using the weights really just as a tool to have something to feel that can roll forward. So inhale through the nose. As you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Start to crawl the weights forward at their fingertips here. So we're really trying to find that compression down through the abdominals to help open up the upper and mid back, and then crawl the weights back down with you as you lower. Chin to the chest slightly, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, and keep reaching your arms. That reach is really what's gonna help you also connect the arms into the back, down to the side of the body, and then lower. So obviously this can be done without the weights. The weights just are a handy tool so that you have something to feel and reach. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, head, neck, shoulders, walk those weights out. And we're now gonna grab the weights, and we're gonna lift the arms just an inch or so off the mat. Take a breath in, chin comes to the chest. Now I want you to really reach those arms, just like you did when you were crawling the weights forward. This time you're pushing forward. And then lower the arms as you lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Curl the head, the neck, the shoulders, reach your arms forward, and then let them lower down. Curl, lift those arms, reach forward. Now you can either grab or you can reach your fingertips out as long as your thumb is wrapped around. One more time, curl up, reach, hold here for 4 breaths. In through the nose and out as you deepen the abdominals towards the mat. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more. 1 more. Let's take it down, lower the head, turn your head to one side. Let's stretch the neck and turn your head to the other side. Just a quick release and look straight up. Okay, tuck your knees in and we're gonna take a seat up. So now we're gonna work from the pelvis up. So just a moment ago, we worked from the top of the spine down or forward, and now we're trying to mobilize the pelvis and the lumbar. And this is all prepping us for a roll-up, okay? So knees bent, feet on the mat. Now you can have a long bent knee or a shorter bent knee, whatever is comfortable to your hips. Taking the arms up, and I'm fine if the weights are this way too, whatever feels more comfortable on your shoulders, okay? I'm gonna turn them out. So we tuck the pelvis. Make sure the pelvis tucks under. It's a rocking motion. You go to the point where you feel like the back waistband of your pants is on the mat. You reach the weights forward, and when you lift up, let's lower the weights, just so that the shoulders don't get fatigued. Then lift the arms, tuck the pelvis. Feel that back waistband of your pants imprint into the mat, maybe a little bit above that as well. As long as you can make it back up, lower the arms and lift. So if you go too far and you find that you get stuck and you can't make your way back up, just rock yourself back up and find that boundary. And then reach forward, round, and lift tall. Breathing in, exhale, starting from that pelvis. The tailbone curls under. The sacrum flattens into the mat. Maybe a little bit of the lumbar spine gets to the mat. And then lift back up. One more time, rock the pelvis under, arms reach forward. The more you reach forward, the more assistance you'll have in this position because you're creating opposition. And let's come up, nice and tall. We're gonna roll all the way down this time. The further you go down, the more I want you to reach your arms forward. Keep reaching forward, and then lower the arms, lower the shoulders, neck, and head. All right. So now we're going to go all the way up and all the way down. Now, if that doesn't feel possible for you, let me make sure my head's still in the camera. If going all the way up and all the way down isn't for you just yet, then stick with those half roll downs. Okay, so I'm gonna be modifying with a slight bend of my knees. So if you need to do that, go for it. The reason that I have to do that and the reason I cue some people to do that is if their low backs are tight. So without modifying, if my legs are straight, I'm really arched in my lower back because I need to still work on opening in my lower back and the front of my hips. So if I come up here, I get stuck and I really can't come up unless I modify. So bending the knees is a nice alternative to help you soften through the abs and just lengthen a little bit more in the lower back. So using the weights, arms are gonna start up. Then from here, you start to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. The arms come down, and that should help send weight and compression down into the abdominals, which are gonna help you come up. Now keep reaching the weights forward. Now at this point, I can straighten my legs. Now I'm gonna round forward and lower the arms again so there's not too much tension on the shoulders. And then I start to roll back. The arms can lift a little bit. I'm gonna find a slight bend of my knees so I really feel that lower back lengthen into the mat, and then the arms rise up. We're just for now stopping with the arms straight up and not going way back here. Start to curl the head, neck, and shoulders. Just notice how that feeling of the weight helps to deepen your abdominals down. And then the reach forward helps to pull you up. Let the arms lower, let the head hang, and stretch over the thighs. Roll back down. Just like our half roll down, it starts with the pelvis curling under. The knees can bend if needed. Arms stop at vertical. Breathe in. Exhale, lift the head, neck, shoulders. Reach the arms down. They get to about parallel to the floor. Reach them forward. Let them lower. And keep reaching the spine forward. Roll back down. Take your time. So we want to find as much mobility out of each area of the spine as possible. One more. Exhale. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Lower the arms, stretch forward. Roll back. Use the resistance of the arms. The arms are reaching forward while your spine is going back. Take your time. Feel that spine coming into the mat. Lower down and lower your arms. I hope that felt awesome. I know the weights really assist me with the roll up and really help to activate the abdominals and open up the back. So I hope you felt the same. Oh, there's my face. Okay, so now we're gonna practice taking the arms beyond the shoulder alignment, which we've now engaged and activated our abdominal muscles. So we're now better equipped to keep that connection while the arms move further back. So the further our limbs go away from our center, the harder it is to maintain that stability through the trunk of the body. So taking your weights up. Okay, just take one breath in and one breath out to find that connection. Sometimes I'll even lay a weight. You can try that. Lay a weight on your low ribs just to give you that sense of rib cage sinking down so that there is contact with your mid-back on the mat, okay? Now, keep that contact of the mid-back and the mat while you take, let's turn palms facing in. Take your right arm back, Now you have to really listen to your body and notice and come back up. So as I do this arm, I'm gonna show you what happens if I go too far. So if I go too far, I disconnect. This all pops open, little space in my mid-back, and I'm in a really unstable position for my shoulder. So keeping that core connection and that rib cage connection is also gonna help you stabilize your shoulder blades. So we're gonna reach the one arm back and bring it up. So as the arm goes back, the ribs are connecting down. That is what I want you to focus on, that feeling through those lower ribs, as well as the feeling of those lower ribs in the back of your body. Yes, your ribs go all the way around to the back of your body. So you want to feel like those lower back ribs are on the mat. There's like a heaviness to them. And reach. So I have pretty sometimes flexible but unstable shoulders, so I have to really be conservative. If I go too far back, my shoulder gets all wonky and wobbly. And then I feel like I can't even bring it back up sometimes. One more time. Now, take the weights and press them together. Draw those ribs down. So you should feel really tight and compact through that center. And then both arms go back, but none of this, right? So pull the abs in, drop the chest, and bring the arms forward. Bring the arms back. Find your boundary. So you have to take the time to notice what's going on in your body, right? So all of my cues are only going to do you good if you take them in and see if you can really apply them to your own body. So arms go back, rib cage presses toward the mat. Now you should, when you get to your boundary, you should be able to hold it here. Okay, are those ribs on the mat or are they popped up? Okay, check out my wrong way again. There's all this space. Or sometimes it's a little more subtle than that. There's just a little space. So pull the abs in. Feel your back body on the mat. All right, let's take the arms down, hug our knees into our chest. And rock up to a seated position. Okay, we're coming to our hands and knees now, but we're not going to use the weights for this next movement. So we're just going to do a few cat-cows. Let's round the spine, lift the abs, open up the back, push the hands into the floor, go through neutral, lift the chest into your back extension. Again, curl the pelvis, round. This should feel really good now that you've warmed up, even though this is often a warm-up, right? But now that we've already mobilized the spine and connected into our abdominals, you should feel like you get even more out of this. So you get more stretch, you feel more connected, more lifted in the abs, more open in the back, and then strong in the arms here as you support yourself in your back extension. One more time. Round and extend. Let's come to flat back, tuck the toes. We're going to hover the knees off the mat and see if you can hold it. Essentially, this is a plank position with your knees bent and then lower. So your spine is in that plank, your arms are doing the same action. You lift the knees, there should be weight in the balls of the feet and weight in the arms, and then lower. Press down, lift those knees, hold it, and just gently tap them down. Press through the palms, lift out through the shoulders, lift the abdominals to support your back, lower down. Just two more, lift those knees, hold, and lower. And one last time, hold, lower. Let's flatten the feet into the mat, press back into child's pose. Now let's first start by crawling your arms out, because what I want you to do right now is stretch those lats and the underarm muscles. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Take a big inhale, exhale it all out. One more. Then take your arms and bring them behind you. If you want to turn your head to one side, if that's more comfortable, go for it. So now the shoulders are just relaxed and kind of naturally rolled in. Okay, roll all the way up. So coming on to our knees next for thigh stretch. So I've moved you a little further away so that you can still see at least most of my head during this exercise. Not that my head is really important at all in this. So we come up onto the knees. The weights are going to assist us by creating a counterbalancing effect. So arms down by your side, palms facing back, or they can face in. I do not have a preference. You start to hinge your knees back. As your body goes back, your arms go forward. That's gonna help you kind of not have all of your weight going back. And then press the arms down and lift up. Make sure you're lengthening the tailbone under you, so from the beginning, your glutes are turned on, your abs are zipped up. Hinging back, arms reach forward. Press the arms down, lift tall. You will simultaneously feel a stretch in your quads as well as a contraction and engagement in your quads as you go back. Holding yourself here, press the arms down, lift up. Again, hinging back and lift. Making sure this does not turn into a back bend, so that if you're a back bender, make sure that you don't start going into that back bend. Knit the ribs together just like you practiced on the mat. So apply all those connections here. You might be able to go further than me. So just go only as far as you can without dropping your booty down. Right. Ugh. Okay, let's do one more. Hinging back and pressing up. Okay, place the weights down, hands and knees, tuck your toes underneath you. Let's press back into downward dog. Bend one knee and send the opposite heel down to the mat. Bend the other knee and send that other heel down to the mat. Lift both heels nice and high, stretch those toes, lower the heels down, walk your feet toward your hands, grab your weights. Now start to pick up the abdominals. As the abs lift up, they lift your ribs up. You curl that tailbone underneath you. Okay, in a moment you're gonna lose my head, that's okay. You roll all the way up with those dangly ragdoll arms. Stack up and, all right, we're gonna finish standing with a standing arm series. We stand parallel on the hips, just about inner hip width apart, arms down by your side, just let them hang, let those shoulders just chill. Okay, from here, you're gonna turn your arms so that your knuckles face me and the palms would face back if they were open. Pull the abs in. You're gonna need those to help you not lean back. We reach the arms up, shoulder height. Lower down. Now this isn't gonna seem that difficult, especially at first. I'd say the hardest part of this is to watch out for the body's temptation to want to lean back in order to get the arms up. So there's where the abdominal muscles come into play. You're holding here, you're finding that knitting and that scoop and connection through your abdominals just like you did on the mat as you raised your arms overhead and lower. I'll do a couple more facing the side and lower. Okay, keep going. Let's do a few more. Let's do 3 more and down. So just starting to get some heat in those shoulders. 2 more. And working our core connection. Hold. Little circles. 8, 7. Now here's where you might start being like, oh my God, these little 2 or 3 pound weights are starting to feel so heavy. That's when you have to dig deeper. Let's reverse and pull into your abdominals so your back doesn't start arching back. If it does, use less weights or no weights or lower your arms. And then let's take them down. One big giant shoulder shrug up with an inhale, let them release, like they just fall. We do the same movement but out to the sides. So your arms reach out to the sides, you pause. Lower them down. As those arms are rising up, imagine the shoulder blades just gently gliding downward, allowing those shoulder blades to stay, feeling like they're hanging down your back. And lower. So being really aware of if you start building too much tension in these upper trap muscles. Now they're gonna be working a little bit, they're not gonna not do anything, but just start to notice if they start fatiguing, keep your arms lower and reach out more, or lighten up that load. Okay, so we don't wanna go up here and be like, ugh, where the shoulders start feeling like they're high up in the ears and bulky up there. You wanna drop them down. Now we hold 8 little circles and 3, 4, breathe, 5, 6, oh, it's burning, and 8, reverse, 8. I'm gonna lower my arms a little bit because I'm noticing my shoulders getting too tense at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. roll the shoulders up and down and up and reverse it, forward and forward. So now instead of raising the arms where the shoulder and the top of the arm is heading up, the underneath side of the arm is going to be facing forward. So it's more of a scooping action. So we start by scooping the arms forward and then lower. So now we're getting more bicep and front of the shoulder instead of the top of the shoulder and tricep. Scoop, and still, of course, those abdominal muscles are pulling in and up to help you not lean back, all right? Let's just do 5 more. 5 and lower. Shoulder blades gliding down away from the ears as the arms rise up. 3 more. 2 and 1. No circles here. We scoop out to the side. 8, 7. Now I like to think of the scoops going down, out, and then up, rather than just up. Scooping out. 5, 4, 3. Tell yourself that slight burn feels kind of good. 2, lift. 1, lower. Let's take that left ear to the left shoulder like we did earlier. Slide into that side bend. This should feel really awesome along that side of the neck and shoulder. Roll up. Take the right ear over. Slide down into that side bend. And roll back up. Okay, going into our tricep extension. So we're going to come into a slight squat position. Bend the knees. Weight is back into the heels. Your spine is neutral. So there's no overarching, right? And no rounding or tucking the bum. So we're kind of the sensation of having a flat back, okay? Now pull your elbows behind you and roll those shoulders back and down the back. Pull the tummy in to support your back. Extend both elbows, hold for a moment, bend them back in. Extend and hold. Now as you hold, really reach those weights back and bend. Going to 10, this is 3, and bend. 4, each time your arms go back, feel your neck elongating in the opposite direction. 5, 6, 7, 8, those quads should be enjoying this too. 9, 1 more, hold, pulse. 10, 9, make this teeny tiny. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower your arms, let them hang. Round your spine, let your head hang. Straighten the knees. We're back to that ragdoll position. Now go all the way down, let the weights hang out, just get rid of them. Give your head a shake. Yes, and a shake, no. Grab onto each of your forearms. If it feels better to bend your knees and really let the body hang more passively, let yourself do that. Couple breaths here. Now sway from side to side. I want you to feel as effortless as possible. This should feel really good and really kind of free feeling. Now let your arms just drop. Find your weights. Now start to roll the spine up. The elbows will naturally straighten. Now again, make sure your weight is over towards the balls of your feet. Continue to stack the spine by lengthening your tailbone down. Your quads and hip bones shift forward so they end up over your ankles. Lift up, and you are all done. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to hear any requests you would have for any at-home workouts that you would enjoy doing with me.